Okay. All right. Welcome to Byfield Newbury. We're here at Triton High School, where the Triton Vikings girls varsity team is hosting the Rockport Vikings. I'm Patrick Heffernan.
John Quigley.
And we are excited for this game, the second game we get to broadcast this season. So, John, how are they doing?
So Triton started off pretty hot. They were 5-0. They started off with a doubleheader against Ursuline, 2 5-inning Mercies, then 3 shutouts in a row, and then took their 5-0 record to North Reading. North Reading has been the class of the league the last few years and lost a tough one, 7-10.
7-10. You said they were leading in that game too. They had a good lead going into the fifth.
They were leading 4-1 in the third, and then North Reading started chipping away at it. It was 4-3, 4-4, and then North Reading broke it open in the 6th inning.
That's tough. Same pitcher though the whole time, right? We haven't seen anybody else throwing the ball yet. Okay.
No, that's right.
Excellent. So she's facing her first batter of the game. And that looked like a good pitch to me, and that's going to be a looking strikeout. I like it. Good way to start off.
Yep.
So you said this team that they're playing now is pretty young. They got a couple of seniors and juniors and mostly sophomores and freshmen.
So Rockport is probably the youngest team in the league. They've got 1 senior, 1 junior, and the rest are all sophomores, freshmen, and even some 8th graders. I think they have 4 8th graders on this team.
No kidding. All right, so
this is Abby Engel, their number 2 hitter, who is a senior captain.
And she gets a base hit right out to center field. So last time we called the game, John, they didn't get a runner past second base. So are you expecting the same today, or is this a decent hitting team out of Rockport?
You know, surprisingly, for as young as this team is, they haven't had any blowout losses. They're 2-3 in the season, and I think all of the games that they have lost have been by 2, 3, or 4 runs.
So this could get close.
This could be a surprise here. Yep.
Good pitch, bit outside. Third batter we got here. So the starting pitcher. Remind me her name again.
So Catherine Quigley starting on the mound.
My bad.
Faye Pecos is catching.
Excellent. And so this is the first game after the loss to North Reading?
That's right. They've actually had 5 days off. The last game they played was last Wednesday.
Okay. So they're rested. They're ready. And that's a nice high pop fly. It looks like it's going to be the first base. Nope, second base coming over to catch it. Yep. Emily Carvallis snags it for the second out. 2 down now with a man on first.
That ball was at a mile high, but Emily Carvallis got underneath that really well and fielded it cleanly.
Speaking of mile high, we're about a mile high up here right now in this wind. It feels nice. It's a beautiful day. We're hoping for at least one home run hit our direction. Last time we saw them play, they hit all of them over left field. There's a nice high strike.
You'll see Catherine Quigley locate the ball pretty well, and you'll see where Faye sets up that she hits the spot more times than not.
A little bit high on that one, so 1-1 on this batter. Still a runner on first, 2 outs in the top of the first. Game started a little bit late, but not too much, and it is really, truly a gorgeous day out here. I'm not going to complain at all. Oh, another high strike.
The wind's blowing out to center field and might help a ball carry a little bit, so we'll see what happens when Triton gets the bat.
Yeah, last time they scored 5 runs in the first, 5 runs in the second, 5 runs in the third. And then we lost track of the score, so who knows what happened after that. And there's another high ball. It's another chance for Emily Carvallis. She's under it. She catches it. 4 up, 3 down. Triton goes into the at bat, the bottom of the first, and they look pretty good.
They look great. One of the things that plagued them during the North Reading game is there were a handful of errors that led to some unearned runs. But for those unearned runs, if they'd played their traditional a clean game, they would have quite frankly beaten North Reading.
Yeah.
And they'll rematch them at the end of the year.
Good. So, and that'll be a home game for them, right?
That'll be a home game.
Nice.
That's right. The last game of the year, and they've got that revenge on their
fantastic.
minds. And if they play the way they played last year, that last game could end up determining who's going to win the Cape Ann League crown.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so a good start to the season. One little bump so far, but chance to come out today and make up some ground again against the Rockport team.
Yeah, well, like I said, you know, they take it one game at a time, and this is not a team that you can take lightly, despite their youth.
Yeah.
We'll see how they play defensively. Watch them warm up, and we're both noting that they look pretty well warming up. So we'll see. The pitcher is a returning freshman, which means she actually pitched most of the reps last year as an 8th grader.
And a lefty. Does that make a big difference? Not so much?
I don't think too much. What makes the biggest difference with softball is the speed and how much movement they have on the ball. In the Cape Ann League, there's not a lot of curve balls or screw balls being thrown. I mean, it's mostly fastballs and changeups, and I've only seen fastballs from this pitcher here, so we'll see how it develops.
Well, she looks good in the warm-ups. Team looks good in the warm-ups. Hopefully we see a closer game. It was fun last time, seeing all those home runs. It was a lot of fun. But losing track of the score because Triton scored so many runs takes a little bit of the tension out of the game.
Well, I think we had it at 19-0, and the actual score was 21-0, so it wasn't too far off.
Right. So on a sliding scale of accuracy, we were not that bad. But today we have Eric Gundrum returning to the stats board for us. He's been with us for basketball. He's been with us for football. Now we finally get him out here for softball. So pretty exciting. He's going to be telling us how right and wrong we are as this game goes on. First pitch to Triton, and who is it that's up?
This is Grace McGonigal, leadoff hitter. She is a senior, all-star last year, center fielder. She is committed to Suffolk University. Fantastic outfielder and a great leadoff hitter.
That third baseman is playing incredibly. That ball go behind her?
I think it hit her. No, it was behind her.
All right.
So Grace can actually lay down a nice bunt. She can a slap hit, and she can actually hit for power, which makes me a little bit uneasy with this third baseman being that close.
Ball looked outside from here, but that's the angle that we got on it. And I learned my lesson last time. I'm not calling balls and strikes until I hear it and see it from that umpire. Hopefully he's a little quicker. The umpire last game, had that sort of pregnant pause every time. Ooh, that's a tough pitch. Low, and she swings 2-2 now on this batter.
You might see that third baseman back up here a little bit. She goes a couple steps. Even still, she's in kind of shallow.
And that's a nice little shot to left field. Going to be caught, though. And that's the first out on Triton.
Nice hit. It was unfortunately right to the left fielder there. Didn't have to make much effort.
So this is Molly Kimball up, right?
Molly Kimball's a freshman, one of the two freshmen to join the team this year. She's a AAU player. Plays with Rage during the summer tournament season.
She takes the ball low and inside. She's a starting left fielder, right?
That's correct, yep.
She played well last time. I don't think she had a home run. It seemed like everybody on the team had at least one, but I know she had some good hits.
Yeah, Molly's a solid hitter. Hasn't put one over the fence yet, but could always come today.
All right, let's see one here. Her mother's sitting right behind home plate, so hopefully she'll be able to see it if it goes out around the umpire. Oh, lays down a bump, but it doesn't go anywhere. That'll be a foul, so 1-1 now. No, 2-1. 1-2? I've lost track already.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Second batter of the first inning. Bottom of the first, I'm losing track. Okay, here we go. Again, that third baseman's in awfully tight. That's going to go right to the pitcher. A little mini pop-up. So this pitcher is looking pretty good so far. She's sort of tangled a couple of Triton batters up, but here we go. This is...
So here we come into the heart of the order with Bridget Sheehan, followed by Emily Carvelis, and then Colleen McCarthy. This is where all the power lies, or a good amount of the power lies in this lineup.
She had 2 home runs last game, right? Bridget Sheehan?
In the last telecast we had against, yes, that's right.
How did she play against North Reading?
3 for 4.
That's pretty good.
I think she had 2 doubles and a single.
First pitch was outside. Second pitch looked really good. Low, but a strike. So 1-1 now on Bridget Sheehan. 2 outs, nobody on for Triton.
If you can command the lower part of the strike zone, that's where the pitchers are going to survive in this league.
Why is it? Just because when the ball's up, you can just turn around on it a bit more? Or?
It induces so many ground balls when you pitch the low part of the strike zone, and a lot of the batters won't swing it and think it's too low.
She hasn't induced a ground ball yet. First, there we go. As soon as I say it, and there's a hit out to center field. So we got a runner on first now for Emily Carvelis.
2-out single to put the runner on first for MK at the plate here. Emily's got 7 home runs through 6 games.
Let's see another one right now. Let's take that first pitch for a strike. Is Bridget a threat to steal or not? Doesn't seem like there are a lot of steals. We didn't see any last time, but
last time there were so many balls hit over the fence. There weren't many opportunities. But
there's another shot on the ground, and she's going to get there to second. Ball comes in. Got another single to the outfield on the ground, and now we got 2 on with 2 outs. and this is Colleen McCarthy, right?
Colleen McCarthy, number 25, third baseman. Yep. She's a senior captain as well. Solid third baseman.
Pitch to McCarthy, looks it a little bit low in there. Sheen's going to go off to third. Carvallis to second on a pass ball.
One of the things you'll see from Triton is constantly taking advantage of any mistakes. Anytime there's a pass ball, you'll rarely see a girl asleep on the base. She's always going to take that next base.
We saw that in the field last time, too. There were a couple defensive plays where they caught runners in a bad position just by playing heads-up ball. Is she going to go in? No. Backstop's a little bit too close for that play right there. Ball would have to go a lot further by. But that's the third ball that's gone by this catcher?
That's right.
I mean, we could be seeing a lot of that today.
That's one of the dangers of trying to hit the lower part of the strike zone. Is when you lose them too low, it's tough for the catcher to handle it a lot of times.
That one goes up high, and I think it's a 3-0 count. And McCarthy with 2 on now, both in scoring position. Not a lot of hard hits so far. And that one's about outside too. Must have been 2-1. 3-1 now on McCarthy.
Yeah. Colleen's got a beautiful level swing with power.
She's not going to need it there, though.
The runner's going to
get the runner's going to come in. And she's safe. Nice play. Great play.
No
she's
cover
going
runs.
all the way to second. Beautiful.
No
heads up
runs.
play, just like you said. Just like you said. Heads up running by McCarthy. Saw that nobody was covering second base, so she takes it on the walk.
That's exactly right. A lot of girls wouldn't be paying attention to that. She saw that second base wasn't covered, and she immediately went there. And the second baseman just couldn't get there in time.
So it's hustling to first base to start. You're not just walking, even though it's a walk. So good heads up play. Now we got second and third. Again, 2 outs. Who's coming up now?
So this is Eve Pecos. Eve
the
is
catcher.
Faye is the catcher, and Eve is a twin sister. Eve is in right field.
All right.
Eve's got 4 home runs in the season, all over the fence.
Oh, that's a nice pitch for the first strike on her.
That was one that she would typically take over the fence.
So 1-0 Triton. Bottom of the first. 2 men on, 2 men out. And the right fielder at bat. We haven't seen too many hard hit balls. Let's see one here. Ooh, that looked outside from here.
Yeah, that was tailing out, and I think he gave it the corner.
So 0-2 count now on Pecos. Chance to do something, add up some more damage here for Triton. That one's definitely outside.
With an 0-2 count, even a 1-2 count, you've got to protect that plate pretty well, and anything close, you've got to take a swipe at it.
Oh, that was a bit high, but I'd have been swinging if I was up there. Like you said, protect that plate. That's a good eye, I guess.
That was a close one. Eve's got a great eye. Yep, Eve's a great batter.
Again, high. Wow, she takes it all the way to full count.
Yep, way to battle.
This pitcher's got to be getting frustrated. A couple of those are pretty close.
I thought that last one was very close to the top of the strike zone.
Pitcher rushed that one, and she put it inside. Yep. She did not go through her normal motion. She just threw that ball in as quick as she could. She just walked another batter. So 2 walks already in the first inning for this pitcher. Now we got the bases loaded for, is that Mia?
This is Mia Berardino. She's another freshman. She is the first baseman.
And that ball's low, but a strike. Now we know where the strike zone is with this umpire. She, I know, hit 1 out last time.
She against Pentucket, that's right,
yeah.
She did. Yep.
And she takes 2 strikes as well. Last 2 batters have gone to 0-2 against this pitcher. See what happens with Mia. Her mother also sitting right behind home plate.
Yeah, Mary and Angela sit right behind home plate, I think, every game. You know, it's funny, you can look around at some of their parents and they take up their typical spots.
Yep. Oh, man. And again, this pitcher is just getting squeezed. So 2-2 now on Mia Berardino with the bases loaded in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Triton. Here's the pitch. And that one's outside, and it's a full count again. So the runners will be going. And Mia Berardino with a chance to do some real damage here. Everybody's running on the pitch, and it's outside. It's ball 4. Walked him in. 2-0 Triton. 2 RBIs on 2 walks. And we got the bases loaded again. Who's up now?
So this is now the catcher, Faye Pecos.
Faye Pecos. All
I
right.
think the first runner came in on a pass ball.
And the third run is going to come in on a pass ball as well. Oh, and she's got to back it up and stay there. So McCarthy scores, and we got 3-0 Triton. Still 2 men on, still 2 outs. They've scored every run with 2 outs at this point, right?
That's right.
First 2 batters were out, and they've scored every run after that. Catcher's having a rough day.
This is the danger when you've got a pitcher that's got some control issues. And like I said, you've got 2 freshmen out there, so they're doing fairly well for freshmen. But it's a tough job to nail all these balls down.
So low for the first ball on this batter.
So again, this is Faye Pecos. This is the catcher for Triton.
Low and inside again. 2 on, 3-0 Triton in the bottom of the first. Mia Barandino at second. Who's at third?
Third base is Eve Pecos.
Eve Pecos.
So she's trying to drive her sister in.
Oh, that's a good shot, but it's not going to be enough to get out of the infield. Throw to first. She's out. So they leave 2 on, but they score 3 in the bottom of the first inning. And they really didn't hit the ball hard. A couple of walks and a couple of pass balls that really helped Triton out that time.
Yeah, well, they were well hit balls through the infield, but by Carvelis and Sheehan. Yep, and then the run scored on 2 pass balls and a walk.
Hey, you take any runs you can get any way you can get them, right? Doesn't matter.
Well, look, it all comes down to being aggressive on the base paths,
right.
And this Triton team will take advantage of every single mistake that you make.
Of course, from our perspective, some home runs would be nice. Just saying.
Well, the second time through the lineup, when the girls have seen the batter already once, they might be able to tune in on her.
Be a little quicker on it. So we're going to have who we have coming up for Rockport. They're 5, 6, 7 batters.
That's right. So we've got Taylor Frost leading off, the number 4 hitter. Number 5 hitter.
Number 5 hitter. Yeah.
5 hitter. That's right.
And who's Triton's game on? The next game is Friday, right? Scheduled for Friday?
No, they've actually got games Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. So
4 games this week?
4 games. Yep.
No
they
kidding.
were rained out last Friday.
All right.
And that game got pushed over. So they've got 4 games this week, all against Cape Ann League opponents. They should be able to pull off a nice little 4-game stretch.
Nice. Who's their next game against then?
No, I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to take a look.
Who do they play Friday? That's the other game we're hoping to broadcast.
You put me on the spot here.
It's my job to ask the questions, brother. It's your job to answer them.
I've got to go to my trusty, dusty phone here and find out.
Right. All right, so top of the second now with a 3-0 lead for Triton. Quigley on the mound, facing Rockport's number 5 batter. Pitch is a bit high for ball 1. Triton playing sort of regular depth. Nobody looks like they're expecting her to bunt or anything.
So Triton started with their typical lineup. This is the...
Ooh. There's a great play at third base. Good throw to first. Mia Barandino with the catch. Nice play all the way around.
So let's say this is their traditional defensive starting lineup. This is the way they've started all 6 games. And you saw a beautiful play there by Colleen McCarthy ranging to her left. Colleen did a great amount of hitting during the offseason, and that shows this year. But her defense has been unflappable this year.
That's what you need. That's defense wins championships. I know I've heard that somewhere. Here's the pitch from Quigley. Again, a bit high. Goes past Pecos. You got 1 out now in the top of the second.
You know, if you've got a pitcher that that pitches to contact, and you've got a good defensive team, it's a deadly combination. This team, I think, averages maybe 1 error per game, if that. The North Reading game was a bit of an anomaly, but this is a solid team, and I think the entire infield could be all-stars. So
it's Sheehan and Carvallis, Barandino and McCarthy on our infield, right?
That's exactly right. Yep, 3 seniors and 1 freshman.
Ooh, there's a little foul ball. We got a 2-1 count now on this batter with 1 out in the top of the second. 3-0 game for Triton. Still the first time through this order. Looked like she took a little something off that pitch.
I think that was a changeup. Yep.
Yeah.
And Catherine will mix a number of changeups in there, and Mia, the assistant coach, Mia Musio, calls them into the catcher. The catcher relays to the pitcher. But they'll mix in a few changeups and every now and again a screwball.
So 2-2 count, It's going to be a foul ball caught by the coach. Nice catch. Who's the head coach?
This is Dave Dupere. Dave is his fourth year with the team. He took the team, and it was really struggling. I think they had a 3-win season before he came in. His second year in, they had a 7-11 season, just missed the state playoffs. His third year, they made the state playoffs. And then last year, they made state playoffs again and went to the second round last year.
Yeah. And higher hopes this time.
Well, they were ranked number 1 in the Division II North last week.
Right.
After losing to North Reading, they've dropped to number 3 in the poll.
So full count now on this batter with 1 out. On the top of the second, a 3-0 lead for Triton, and here's the pitch.
That's
a beautiful pitch. That was nice. She took a lot off on that. All right, now, so 2 outs now. Tell me, a screwball?
So a screwball that is typically a great pitch you want to throw. It's and the one that Catherine throws, it is what they call a screw rise. So it tails inside to a right-handed batter and up and in.
How often is she going to throw that?
It all depends on the assistant coach and how often she wants to call it. I don't think you'll see that many. You might maybe see 5 or 6 in a game.
Yeah.
She has a drop curve as well. And that one does exactly the opposite as a screw rise.
There's a nice high fastball. 1-1 on this batter. 2 outs now. So the assistant coach is calling them all. How often does Quigley just wave them off and say no? Not too often, right? I see you're laughing. You knew where that question was going.
I think the answer to that one is never.
Yeah, that's okay. You can say that on the broadcast. You can say something else when the mics are off, so that's all right. 2-1 pitch now on the batter with 2 outs. And there's a 2-2 pitch. Got her for the strike. Let's get another. We had a strikeout looking to start off the game. Let's get another one of those. And there it is. Swing and strikeout that time. Kind of a half swing, yeah. Beautiful. So we're done with the top of the second, and it's 3-0 Triton. Who we got coming up for the Vikings, the Triton Vikings?
So we've got Catherine Quigley starting off in the 9th spot and then back to the top of the order.
So she's going to hit today?
She is going to hit today, yep. She's hitting every game except for North Reading. She took the day off, and a coach had Darcy McDonough hitting and Carissa Boyle.
Okay.
But today it looks like she's going to start hitting, and we'll see if she finishes the game hitting. But the nice thing about Triton is they've got a deep bench. They've got 4 girls who can hit exceptionally well. Darcy McDonough, Carissa Boyle,
right.
Kelly Sharkey, and the 4th.
And the Boyle is one of the Boyles, the wrestling Boyles from Triton.
No,
different
same
Boyle?
last name, different family. Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, we had that conversation last time about a lot of the different players that have brothers and sisters that have played, and it's kind of a nice thing at Triton,
That's right.
See that.
Izzy Reiniger is the
Izzy
the other
Reiniger,
player,
right?
Of course.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we were saying the last game, Izzy plays soccer, and is there another
Right.
sport she plays, or is it just soccer?
I think it's just soccer and softball. So the infield there for the Triton Vikings. So Barandino, Carvallis, Sheehan, and McCarthy were all basketball players too.
That's right.
All starting basketball players at different times during the season. So.
Yep. Yeah, it's great when girls can play multiple sports. And sometimes you'll see that the difference in the sports will carry over. You'll watch Darcy McDonough, and you'll watch her lateral movement. She's a goalie in soccer.
Yeah.
And she often plays the outfield, but she could fill in for Sheehan or for Carvallis at second base or shortstop. And then Sheehan is a field hockey goalie.
Oh, right,
So again, you've got that lateral movement.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Bottom of the second. Triton up 3-0. There's the first pitch low to the Quigley, the Triton pitcher.
I always like watching these pitcher versus pitcher matchups to see if they can outsmart each other.
Oh, that's going to drop. We're going to be caught out in left field.
Yep.
Looked like it might have been a little bit shorter and might have fallen in there, but left fielder got on it. Again, the ball hit directly to the left fielder.
That's 2 good rips to left field,
yeah.
and both of them have gone within a step or 2 of left field, so they haven't had to do a whole lot of work in the outfield so far.
All right, so we're back to the top of the order with one out. There's a swing and a foul ball.
So this is the nice a tool that you have with Grace McGonigal, is that she can lay down a nice bunt, or she can swing away. And this is where you see this third baseman pulled in quite a bit.
Right, here we go again. She is really pulled in. There's the bunt.
Yep.
And they're going to have to execute it
Too
perfectly because she's too fast, and it ends up being a...
Way too fast.
She couldn't make the catch at first base. Yeah, she's too fast, and they just rushed that throw. Couldn't complete the play. So we're going to get a bunt single, or are you going to call that an error? We're going to call that an error.
No, that's a single all the way.
All right.
She's so fast, even if they made that a nice, clean play. And you pointed out that they rushed the throw. I think they had to rush that throw to get a chance at it. So I think that's an all-day single for Grace. And she gets a lot of those because she's so quick. Even if that play was solid.
Molly Kimball looking to bunt, ends up just pulling the bat back, and with a pass ball again, we get McGonigal on second now. What happened to Molly last time? I feel like the fly ball out, was she the one that hit it directly to left field?
She hit it to left field, that's right.
Okay. Put it in the air, but unfortunately put it right in the left fielder's glove.
The pitcher, that was...
Oh, to the pitcher, yep.
Pitcher. It was Grace McGonigal that hit it to left field.
So on a 1-0 count, Molly tries to bunt again, ends up fouling the ball off. Leaves our runner at second, no outs here in the bottom of the second.
So this is where Molly can lay a bunt down, and not just to try and move the runner over, but also to bunt for a hit.
That's exactly what she's going to do, because she is that fast as well.
Yep.
So Molly Kimball stays at first. We got runners on the corners with no outs. Bridget Sheehan at bat. There's been a lot of pass balls, a couple of walks. All the runs have come in on, pass balls and walks. So 3-0 for Triton. Let's see if we can double the score right here.
So this is oftentimes when you've got a first and third situation where you might see a show bunt and see a steal from second to second base.
And that's exactly what she did. Molly Kimball now at second.
Bridget hit the single up by the pitcher in the first inning.
Yeah, she put one on. Well, she took one in the back that time. She put one on the ground right after I said that the pitcher hadn't been inducing any ground balls last time. This one she takes one in the back, and we get the bases loaded again with no outs. And Emily Carvallis up.
Emily up with the bases loaded. This is exactly what you want to see.
Yeah. If you're Triton, that's exactly what you want. Now let's see one go over the left fielder out of the park. First pitch is a strike.
That was a very dangerous pitch to throw against Emily Carvallis.
Is Triton coach to look at the first pitch almost no matter what or not? Because it seems like there's a lot of not a lot of swings on the first pitch.
There's a lot of girls who just like to time it up.
Yeah.
Nice rip.
Shot right down third base line. And Molly Kimball's going to make it home. And now we got her caught in a rundown. Bridget Sheehan now caught in a rundown, trying to get to third. She's going to get in there. Face first dive. She's in. 2 runs are going to score on Emily Carvallis' ground single out to left field. Great base running by Molly Kimball. She comes around to score on that. And a couple of errant throws, and then we had a rundown with Bridget Sheehan, and she manages to dive in there.
So here's what you saw.
There's no rule against diving, right?
No,
at first?
No,
fantastic.
absolutely dive in. And one of the things we talked about is that heads-up base running. And as you saw the rundown between second and third, Emily Carvallis came on from first and to take second.
So we got 2 on now on scoring position, no out still. Another pass ball, and this must be
this is Colleen McCarthy, the third baseman, senior captain.
We got 2 more runs in now, 5-0, no outs. Bottom of the second.
Colleen's hitting about 600 in the season so far, having a fantastic year.
No kidding. And there's a good little drop. She's going to drop it right into right field. A perfectly placed hit.
Two runs.
Emily Carvallis with the wheels, and she's in. Beautiful. And then here goes McCarthy out to second base on the throw in from the outfield. Beautiful play. Clears the bases, puts herself on second, scores 2 more runs on just a beautiful hit right to the right spot where you got a runner on second and third. Really well done by McCarthy.
This is where you see some of the youth from Rockport coming in. That throw in was nice, but the throw from first base to home was an ill-advised throw. You were not going to get Emily Carvallis, and by throwing that ball from first to home, that allowed Colleen McCarthy to go from first to second.
So now a little bit of a timeout and a meeting on the mound for the Rockport team. Talk about probably the fundamentals you were just talking about. As 2 more runs come in, and we're at 7-0 now. And we are going to be a lot more accurate this game because we got Eric Gundrum up here keeping us honest. We're not going to lose track of the score even if it's 25-0, right?
No, Eric's on top of it. I'm looking over his shoulder here, and he's dead on top of everything. And he's just told me that we've got Eve Pecos coming up now, and she walked in her first at-bat in the first inning.
Excellent. No, she was not the walk that drove in a run. I think that was the second walk.
I think you're right.
So the odds that this Rockport team has another pitcher if they decide this girl's just not got it today?
I don't know that they do. If they do, it's definitely their far deep backup, as I think you call her. So Eve Pecos had a 2-run shot against North Reading over the fence there.
No kidding.
That put the Vikings into the 4-1 lead. So she's definitely got some power.
And she takes 2 pitches for strikes that were actually beautiful pitches, but she's waiting for something. So we got a runner on second. 4 runs have come in this inning already. 7-0 Triton. No outs. That ball's a bit low, and there's going to be a steal at third. She's got to get down. She's in there in time. Not a great throw, and it gets by the third baseman anyway. And so now we got a man on third.
Not a great throw, but it was a decent jump by Colleen and a nice slide. Even if it was on time, it would have been a close play.
Some aggressive base running. This is like the St. Louis Cardinals back in the day, man. That pitch is a bit outside. 2-2 count now on Pecos.
Well, in a game like this, when you've got a catcher losing control of a couple of balls here and there, you really want to test the pitcher and the catcher and drive that count up a little bit.
Full count now. Still no outs. Pitcher does feel like she's rushing it a bit at times. Oh, that was a good pitch. Oof.
That was high.
Wow.
Eve's a good batter. I think the way that it comes in from up here, it looks like it's better than it was. That was pretty high.
I'll go back and watch the tape and I'll decide then. Yeah. But then what difference does it make what I say? The umpire called it a ball. And she's on first base with a walk. And Mia Barandino now at the plate with runners in scoring position and no outs. She's going to fake that bunt. Same thing. And that'll put Pecos out on second. So we got runners in scoring position again now for Mia Barandino.
So in softball, when you've got a first and third setup, it's very common you try to steal second base. And if they make that throw to second, you send the runner in from third.
Little grounder goes to first, goes to home. She's going to be in time, but she's going to slide under the tag. So Mia Barandino is going to be out of first, but she's going to get an RBI. She's going to get an RBI for that as Colleen McCarthy comes in to score. First out of the inning for the Vikings, but they've got a man on third still, and another run comes in to make it 8-0 now.
Once again, we've got Faye Pecos, number 11, the catcher, trying to drive in her sister on third base, Eve Pecos.
We do this every single inning. I think it'll be a good game. That pitch is a bit high. I could see that. Ball 1 on Pecos. Bit inside that time. 2 balls on Pecos. 1 out. Bottom of the second. It was that Red Sox pitcher that was incredibly slow. Remember who I'm talking about? Because this pitcher is the opposite of that. She just gets up there and throws the ball right away.
Not my favorite pitcher, El Guapo, Rich Garza.
No, not El Guapo. No. He could have been a fast or slow. Who would remember? You just remember his nickname. No.
That's it.
There's the pitch. That one's going to trail outside as well. Another pass ball, but the runner can't go this time. There's 2 outs. Mia Barandino was out at first. I don't recall another out.
To lead off, Catherine Quigley hit the ball to left field.
Right. That was a long time ago. Okay. 2 outs now. And that's a really good pitch.
Yep.
So 2 outs, runner on third. Pecos trying to drive in Pecos. 8-0 Triton.
She's going to try to put it to, well, I was going to say put it to her father who was over in left field early. I don't see him over there now.
She fouls one off. I have to say that hit by Colleen McCarthy is one of the best things I've seen. She put that ball, with runners on second and third, she put the ball exactly where she needed to put it for both those runners to come in and score.
Beautiful shot to right field, yep.
The ball's a bit low, and that's going to be another walk. So we're going to have runners on the corners again. They're
going to do a pitch runner for the catcher here, Eve Faye Pecos. That's one of the courtesies that they give in the Cape Ann League is they will allow you to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher and the catcher. So I think we'll probably see Izzy Reiniger come out and run.
Yep, there we go. That's Izzy, right?
I think it is.
Yep.
Izzy's quick, and you might see a steal of second base here.
She's just going to go on the pitch, and they're going to try and make the throw. Nope, they're not. Tried to fake it like they were going all the way to second, but just threw it to the pitcher, see if they could get Pecos to come off a third, but she holds her ground, stays on third. Now we got 2 outs, runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Nice little shot. That's going to drop right out here in right center. That's going to score 2 easily. It's going to be a 10-0 game. She's coming all the way around to second. She's there in time, under the tag. Beautiful little play.
Nice 2-run double for Catherine Quigley. And a decent slide.
Did her father teach her how to slide? That was pretty good.
No, I'll tell you, she might not be one of the quickest girls on the team, but she can get it done when she has to.
Good fundamental base running. Nice little, great hit too. Again, right in the right spot. When they've had runners on second and third, they put a ball out to right field in the right place.
I think this is Kelly Sharkey coming in to run for Catherine Quigley.
So 10-0 now. That pitch is going to be low, and Sharkey's going to get all the way to third. There's going to be a throw. She didn't even slide that time. Got in there safely. So again, with 2 outs, Triton doing a lot of damage. Just smart hitting. We're back to the top of the order now. That pitch is high.
Yep, Grace McGonigal.
So I know she had out her first at bat. I don't recall the second at bat.
She got a bunt single in the
bunt single, right? She
second at bat.
Ooh, there's a swing and a miss.
Grace has wall power, as they say. She can absolutely bounce one over the wall. Maybe even put one over.
She can hit it right here. We're sitting here nice and high. See if she can hit the camera crew, hit us. That'd be fantastic. And that one's going to be low, and it's going to go past the catcher. It's going to be ball 4. She's going to take her base. Is she going to look? Yeah, she is. She's going to take that base easily.
Heads up base running once again. Always taking that extra base.
That brings me back to Little League days when the catcher wouldn't make that heads-up play and would actually throw it, and the ball would go into the outfield, and then the outfielder would throw it to third, and the runner would just keep going.
Yep. Ooh.
And you'd have a walk that scored a run. So Molly Kimball's the second batter hit today by the Rockport pitcher, and that's going to load up the bases with 2 outs. So Sheehan and Kimball both hit by pitches, and Sheehan up to bat now for the second time this inning. And she's going to drive one just past the shortstop into center field. They're going to send her home. She's going to be coming around. She's going to get there safely. Molly Kimball back to second. She's going to have to get in, and she's safe. Ooh, that was close, though. So Bridget Sheehan with a good little shot out to left center on the ground again, but it's going to score 2 runs. We're 12-0 now for Triton, and we got runners on first and second.
And Emily Carvelis coming up. 12 runs with no home runs. That's not a typical Triton game.
Yeah, so 2 hit batsmen, at least 3 walks, but no home runs so far. Carvelis takes a low strike. And we're still only in the second inning at, I count it as 12-0, but I am not the most accurate at keeping score.
I've got 12-0 in my head as well. Eric Gundrum here is trying to keep up. They're scoring so fast here, it's tough.
Maybe for the next game, Eric Gundrum can do the calling, and I'll keep the book. We'll see what happens. That's a shot.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's a home run. It's gone. It's gone. It's out. She only missed us by about 30 feet.
Number 8 on the season for MK.
Clears the bases with a home run to just pretty much dead center. Beautiful hit. Scooped up by the athletic director, Sean McGinnis. And 3 runs come in to score. And we're now at 15-0 in just 2 innings. But again, with 2 outs. We'd have to go back and look, but I feel like they've done most of the damage with 2 outs on this team.
It's very possible that the Cape Ann League is going to come down to a Triton versus Triton showdown for the MVP.
Yeah.
Bridget Sheehan and Emily Carvelis are the 2 front runners, and Colleen McCarthy's got a shot here too, depending upon how she ends up her season. She's hitting 600 right now, but both Bridget and MK are hitting over 700.
A loud foul ball off to the right side, nearly hits Mrs. Heffernan over there here at the game. So a pitcher is never the MVP?
No, as a matter of fact, last year Haley Catania was the MVP for the the Kinney division. She was the pitcher for Amesbury. And it's possible. But not only was she a phenomenal pitcher, but she was also, I think she hit over 500 for the season.
Okay. Well, I know Triton's got quite a few shutouts already, so rack up enough of those, it looks pretty good for you.
They've got 3 shutouts in four Cape Ann League games, so you can't get any better than that.
And there's a hit. This time it's to right, and it's probably going to get caught just out of play, but she makes the play herself. And that's it. The right fielder finally retires the side after they go through the order. I don't know how many batters we had come up, but it was a lot more than 3. And I also lost track of how many runs came in. I know it's 15. I think that was an 8-run inning. It was either an 8 or a 10-run inning for Triton.
12.
A 12-run inning?
Solid dozen. How's that? 3 in the first and 12 in the second.
That is, and again, 1 home run out of all of that. So out of those 12 runs, only 3 of them came off of the home run by Carvallis with 2 on. All the rest of it were singles, hit batsman, walk, and really smart base running.
So we've talked about the power of this Triton team and some of the shortened games. In the Cape Ann League, there is what's called the mercy rule, and if you are leading by more than 12 runs after 5 innings, the game ends there. And Triton has had 4 of its 6 games end in mercies because they're that powerful.
Yeah, we're on the path to that again today. I'm going to go out on a limb at the top of the 3rd inning with a 15-0 game for Triton. That I can't recall a batter getting past second base again, or a runner getting past second base again against this Triton defense. So,
Pat, I got to say, the last time that you guys were here, there was some very similar game against Pawtucket. So maybe SCTV just has to be here for the remaining 12 games.
That's right. We got to get the VTV crew out here working. What do we got, Eric? A single. One single. So we got 1 hit so far for the Rockport Vikings as we come into the top of the 3rd inning now.
Yeah, so we've got Liz Higgins, who's their number 8 hitter, and then Kylie Wheat after that.
So I would say, what did she do last time? But this is the bottom of the order. They haven't even been up yet. So
that's right. Yep.
They're down 15-0. They haven't had an at-bat. So bottom of the order, and then we'll back to the top again for Rockport. First pitch was in there for a strike, so was the second one.
Right now, Catherine's dealing 3 strikeouts, 1 hit, no walks.
That first strikeout really set the tone there. The strikeout looking, and that's going to be another strikeout. That batter was bailing before the ball even came in. Yep. So 1 out now for Triton here in the top of the 3rd. Have we got the same fielders out here? No, we got some substitutions in Triton's outfield on both left field and right field, I think.
Yep, so we've got Darcy McDonough in right field, number 16, and in left field is Carissa Boyle.
Nice.
So Carissa Boyle replaces Molly Kimball, and Darcy McDonough replaces Eve Pecos.
Excellent.
Otherwise, the infield remains the same. And pitcher and catcher.
So with 1 out, here's a pitch. That one's going to go to Emily Carvallis, who's going to bobble a little bit, makes a scoop up to Mia, and it's in time. Beautiful play. Great play by Emily to recover on that.
This is what happens when you've got an all-star second baseman like there. A little bit of a bobble. She stays with it, makes a quick, crisp throw to Mia Berardino for the out.
So the last time we called a game, I found out that Emily Carvallis did play Byfield Little League baseball. And there's another hit, another shot to Emily Carvallis. She's going to bobble that one as well. Scoop not in time this time. That's going to be the first error that we've seen today from Triton. So there's the one error that we're going to see the whole game, we're hoping.
That might just be it. Yeah, Emily played actually freshman baseball.
And freshman baseball, right.
Came to Triton softball as a sophomore. Her first varsity game, she came in as a bench player, and it was pretty evident. They played a doubleheader against Ursuline. And by the second game, it was very evident that she was going to be a starter. And I think by game 4, she was cemented in at second base.
Nice.
And so for the last 3 years, her sophomore, junior, and senior year, it's been Bridget Sheehan at shortstop and Emily Carvallis at second base.
And here's the pitch, and that's going to be to Sheehan. She's going to scoop it up cleanly, go to Carvallis at second. That's going to retire the side.
Speaking of the 2, there goes a 6-4 inning-ending play.
Nice. So again, Rockport fails to get anybody past past second base, and this time they didn't even get a hit. That was an error on Carvallis that put the runner on first. And so we're going to go into the bottom of the third inning now with Triton leading 15-0. So it's starting to say that a lot of the guys who coached, a lot of the dads who coached Byfield Little League back in the day wanted to claim credit for Emily Carvallis' success at this level, having coached her when she was in Little League. I heard from 3 different guys claiming they were her head coach, which seems a little odd. But credit to all of them. It's a good program. So.
Well, I'll tell you, I was able to. I was lucky enough to coach Emily in the summer team. We've got a summer team, the Knuckleheads, with Salisbury Knuckleheads, Triton Knuckleheads, with Amber Quigley's assistant coach and Mike Robert's assistant coach as well. But by that time, Emily was already a superstar, so we really can't claim too much responsibility for her success.
Right. Just want to get out of the way, let her do her work.
That's exactly it.
So at 15-0. We'll see what happens here. A 12-run inning last time. I don't think we're going to see a 12-run inning, but you never know.
Well, we're going to be leading off now, and it looks like we've got Darcy McDonough leading off. She's got 5 at-bats in the season and is looking to start things off. And, I think she'll see a good amount of success once she gets a few more at-bats.
Has she had a hit or no?
Not yet. No, she's got a walk, but she's looking for her first a hit with the varsity team. And, it's tough coming off the bench. Not being a starter. But the problem is this team is so deep and so strong that some of these girls who would be obviously starting on any other team, like Darcy, end up coming off the bench. But she's definitely a player of the future, and she'll hopefully get 2 or 3 at-bats today.
Excellent. Well, we got a new pitcher on the mound for Rockport as well, it looks like. Right? Am I crazy, or is that a new pitcher?
No, that's a
she's
new
a righty,
pitcher.
so either that or the pitcher went in there and changed uniforms and changed gloves and decided to throw right-handed after giving up 15 runs in 2 innings. I don't think that's how it works. So we got a righty now for Rockport. As we were saying before, we're not sure where she's going to be, but hopefully all over the plate. Give Triton a chance to hit the ball some more.
This is the senior Abby Engel,
here we go.
who started. I don't know what position she started at, but she is the captain. And not typically their traditional starting pitcher. But senior captain stepping in.
Good for her. That's got to be tough. Step up when you give up 15 runs in 2 innings, and somebody's got to take charge on the mound and say, okay, let me have it. So we'll see what she does.
You've got to have a well-rounded team. Last year, Catherine Quigley was out, rushed to the hospital before a game, and Grace McGonagall came in, did a fantastic job pitching, then got hit with a pitch, and then Eve Pecos came in, and then Bridget Sheehan actually closed the game out.
Yeah, so you had three pitchers in that game, which is it's pretty rare.
Oh, the pitcher here started the game at first base.
So her first pitch was a ball a little bit high. Second pitch is a ball also high. Catcher's getting a workout back there. There's a little bit of confusion. I think because they don't know who Darcy is. So the umpire and the coach having a chat about the batter.
Yeah. There's no question she was brought in properly. She was brought in to right field for Pecos. But sometimes the scorekeepers between the two teams don't always get it right, so they're going to take a minute here and make certain they've got their books correct.
I would say something about accuracy of the scorekeepers, but given our history in the last game, I don't think I have a leg to stand on. So a little bit of a delay here in this game. So the pitcher has thrown 2 pitches that have both been really high. Just getting a chance now to sort of calm down, get her feet under her.
I'm going to give a little shout out here to the Triton scorekeeper down there in the dugout and team manager Jordan Frasca.
Yeah.
Does a fantastic job. She's been doing this for at least 2, maybe 3 years, but great ass to the team. Does a fantastic job down there.
Now, what year is she in school?
I'm fairly certain Jordan is a junior.
Junior, all right.
She's definitely an upperclassman.
It's good. You got to have that. You got to have some consistency. Important for these programs to have a kid that'll step up and do that. So participate in that way. So the third pitch is a ball. Another high pitch from this senior pitcher. Just gonna throw that one in. That one's gonna get called a strike. pretty much as long as it was close, it was going to get called a strike. And we got a 3-1 count now.
You know, you get a 15-0 game. You get a pitcher who's having a tough time hitting a strike zone. You're exactly right. Anything close, and she might just get the call.
That was a little bit not enough close. Yep. So Mir Barandino coming to the plate now with 1 on, nobody out. This game is a little bit out of hand. Hopefully we can see some more clean play out in the field by the Triton Vikings and more hits like that one. That's going to be a little bit foul into the woods.
This is the issue when you've got a pitcher who's thrown a little bit slower than you expect, and that's why the girls, when they're on the on-deck circle, have to really time these pitches up. You saw Mia turn on that ball so fast; she had it foul, almost hit the dugout. She turned on it so quickly.
She gets that one a little bit better, but she pops it up straight back. So she's down 0-2 now. What'd she do last time, Eric? She had a walk, and then she was out 5-3, but she drove in a run on that, I believe.
That's right. Got the RBI.
Look at that. Eric Gundrum giving us the positions. 5-3. Nice.
The basketball guy, Gundrum, isn't he? Look at this.
His son plays baseball on the varsity team, so
all right.
He's been to a few games. So 1-2 count on Barandino. Here's the pitch, and she's going to hit that one over the center fielder's head all the way to the fence. So Darcy's going to round and take third. Mir Barandino is going to come in for a stand-up double. Nice little hit. Nice little piece of hitting.
That was a good shot there. One hop the wall. Mia's put, I think, 2 home runs over the fence this year.
And she's hitting it right towards us, a little bit off. That's all right. We'll get one here before this thing ends. We'll have one come land right in our laps, knock us off of this fan. Let's hope not, I guess. All right, so 2 on, no outs. This is a Pecos up to bat. She's calling timeout. Needs another ball.
Eve, as I mentioned before, had that 2-run shot against North Reading.
So with 2 on and nobody out, and a new pitcher up here, you think she's going to try and place it out into right field like the last couple of batters for Triton that have placed that ball in the right spot?
I think if she gets a good pitch to hit, you'll see it going deep.
Beautiful. That's what we're here for. We're here for the home runs. Had to support Triton, but we're here for the home runs. The first pitch was a ball. Here's the second pitch on the ground, past the catcher. Not going to run this time. Darcy's on third, Mia's on second.
Yeah, this pitcher here is having a hard time hitting the strike zone. But like I said, she's the backup. My guess is this is the first pitch she's thrown, the first game she's thrown this year.
There's another ball low, 3-0 count now. But it's a gorgeous day. We can sit here and watch baseball all day.
Let's play 2. My guess is Rockport might say thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, probably not. 3-0 pitches outside and high for a walk. So Pecos is on. Bases are loaded now for Catherine Quigley, right?
That's right. Yep. 2-run double the last time she was at bat. And so fouled out in the first at bat.
We got another courtesy runner for the catcher Pecos. Looks like it's Izzy Reiniger again.
That's right.
So this pitcher has not thrown a lot of strikes. She gets one in there, and that's going to be a foul ball off the bus. Almost off the tree. It was close. As the Triton varsity boys come in from their practice, they're supposed to stop and watch a game, right, Mr. Gundrum? Yep. We'll see what happens. Here's a pitch, and that's going to be in for a strike, right? Yep. That was a good pitch. So after walking the last batter, this pitcher is now up 0-2 on Quigley. The bases loaded and nobody out. In the 3rd inning now here at Triton. She's going to take that one, and that's going to be a looking strikeout. Strikeout looking for Quigley. It's the first out of the inning. And we're back to the top of the order.
Grace McGonigal, senior center fielder.
I'm going to make, that ball's low in the dirt, but not advancing the runners this time. Bases loaded with 1 out. So McGonigal has been up a few times now, and I've lost track of what she did, although I know she was a fly ball out in her first at-bat. She had a bunt. She had that bunt single that she was too fast down the line. They had to hurry up the throw. Got nowhere near her. And now there's a second ball. Oh, that's calling a strike. All right. I was going to say the second ball, but I think I would have learned my lesson.
I think this ump's getting a little bit generous with the strike zone now.
Yeah. So 1-1 now on McGonigal. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. That one's definitely low, unless we're playing cricket. And the scores in cricket are not unlike the score we have today. Just saying.
But you don't get many shutouts in cricket now,
No,
do you?
You do not get any shutouts in cricket. And I watch enough cricket to know you don't get any shutouts in cricket. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be low and outside as well. But that's only the third ball, not the fourth. So 3-1 count now with the bases loaded. She has a chance at an RBI. The odds are pretty good. This pitcher has not been able to put the ball close to the plate yet. Except for the Quigley, ironically enough. And that pitch is going to be in there for a strike.
Got her full count now.
Full count, but with only 1 out, we're not going to see the runners going on the pitch. Bottom of 3, 15-0 Triton. Bases loaded, 1 out, and here's the pitch. And that one's going to be back to the pitcher. He's going to field it cleanly, go to home. There's the out there, and that's going to be it. Smart play by the pitcher, good play by the catcher.
It was a very heads-up play for a pitcher coming in off the bench.
Cleanly fielded, clean throw. Everything there looked exactly the way it's supposed to be, and now we've got 2 outs with the bases loaded. And at bat now is...
This is Carissa Boyle. She is 3 for 5 on the season off the bench. Yep. Great little hitter.
She had a bunt last time. I'm just going to take a strike that time. Yeah, these batters got to get used to a new strike zone because it's definitely a little more generous than it was at the beginning of this game. And here we go. Here's the pitch. And that's outside. 1-1 now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. What did she do last time? You said she had a bunt single? And hit by pitch. One of 3 Triton batters hit by pitch today. And that one pitch went behind somebody, too.
I think that was Molly Kimball, the first three at bats. So I think this is her first at bat this game.
Oh, this is Carissa Boyle.
Yep, Carissa Boyle's coming
right,
in.
Okay. So she doesn't get credit for Molly Kimball's at bats. Doesn't quite work like that, huh? Here's the pitch. And that one looked really good, but not going to call it a strike today.
Carissa's a good selective hitter. She's not going to swing any bad pitches.
Bases loaded now. Runner's got to be ready. They've had enough hits on the ground. That one's going to be low as well. She's going to walk her. It's going to walk in a run. 16-0 now for Triton. Bases loaded again with 2 outs. And all the damage coming, not all of it, most of it coming with 2 outs. So now we got Bridget Sheehan up, right?
The 3-4-5 hitters coming up. Bridget Sheehan, MK, and Colleen McCarthy. Yep.
2 outs. So really here for Bridget, it's a question of whether she can time these pitches and pick one that's going to come in and be hittable. She can take strike 1 a little bit low and outside. If she sees one she likes, we could be looking at a grand slam. 0-1 pitch, a little bit high and a little outside, but also a strike. 0-2 now to Sheehan.
Yeah, he's calling anything close right now. You got to swing away.
That one's definitely not going to be called a strike. So Sheehan's looking at a 1-2 pitch now with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
With all the home runs that Triton has hit this year, and I think they're now around 15 or 16, I don't think there's been a single grand slam yet. I think they've all been maybe a 3-run shot here and there, but they've always been solos, doubles, or triples.
We saw a 3-run hit today, and that one's going to be deep and it's going to go over her head. It's going to be a bad play out in right field, and she's going to end up with a stand-up double. I don't think we get credit her with a double on that. We got to call that an error.
You know, the
sun?
It was a tough play in the sun there. You know, if the ball can be played cleanly with reasonable effort, then it's supposed to be scored an error. So we'll have to go to John McCarthy on that one. He's my official scorekeeper.
So Sheehan gets herself on base and actually sends in 2 more runs. So I've lost track now, fully lost track. I think we're at 19, possibly only 18. That pitch is high and way over the catcher's head. And so Emily Carvallis is looking for another home run today, another 3-run hit if she can get it.
8 home runs through 6 games. Emily's going to the Navy after graduation.
That's fantastic. And that's a bit outside.
And I should have mentioned when Bridget Sheehan was up, Bridget is committed to Penn State.
Good for her. Nittany Lions, fantastic.
Yep.
Of course, it's in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, but a lovely school. That one's going to be low. He's not even going to call that a strike. So now Carvallis has seen nothing to hit after hitting a home run her last at-bat off of the other pitcher, and she's got a 3-0 count now with first base empty. This pitcher should be throwing around her, but she's not. She's going to give her something to hit, and it's going to be a hit right out to left field. It's going to score just 1 run this time, and so she'll stop at first.
RBI single. Yep.
Sheehan's at third. And coming up to bat this time is Colleen McCarthy.
Colleen McCarthy is a third baseman, senior captain, and she is going to Roger Williams.
Nice. Now, when you've scored 3 touchdowns, you stop having that girl on first run to second on the first pitch, correct?
Well, that's usually the way it's done.
Yeah.
I think as a courtesy, they've stopped stealing home and stopped trying to steal second on a first and third play.
So, again, 2 outs and all the damage being done by Triton. And here's the pitch. And that one's going to be a nice looping fly ball to right field, caught this time. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. And Triton is up by a score that we don't know. We're going to have to wait until, is it 19? I feel like it's more than 19.
Gundram's on top of it. I think you've got 19
It is
0.
19. So 4 runs in that inning. So at the end of 3, 19-0. And this game has got a funny pace. It's felt slow at times, and it's felt very fast at times. So we'll see what happens in the next couple innings. Well, we've got at least 2 more at-bats for Rockport to try and make something happen. But it would have to be something pretty huge. So Triton coming back out onto the field to see if there's any other changes.
So we're going to the 3, 4, 5 hitters in Rockport's lineup. Lauren Ryan, Kelsey Anderson, and Taylor Frost.
Out in the field, looks like we have Izzy Reiniger coming out to play center field. Darcy is back in right. Boyle is in left. And I don't see a change in the infield. Or do we?
No, this is the same infield.
All right. And we're ready to go. So it's still just 1 hit for Rockport tonight, if I believe. Is that correct? I think it's only been 1 hit. There's an error that got a runner on last inning.
That's right. 1 hit, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts, 1 error.
And 1 error on Triton on Carvallis. Right after making a great play, ends up bobbling a ball for a second time. So we'll see what happens here. Quigley throws. That's a good pitch. But that's a ball.
No parity. No parity here.
That and my inability to see a ball on a strike from this distance and this height. But that's all right. And that has to be a strike. There we go. So this batter popped up on her last at-bat.
Up to second base. Yep. I think this was the high shot that Emily fielded cleanly.
Right. And that's a foul tip. Back past the umpire and the catcher. And Quigley's got her with 2 strikes now. 1-2 pitch coming up. Triton leads this game 19-0 in the top of the 4th. Rockport Vikings unable to do any damage yet. And there's another foul ball. This girl puts the ball in the air. We can see that. Just haven't been able to get one straight in the right spot yet.
I don't want to be the jinx here, but if you take North Reading game out of this is 25 straight innings of scoreless defense.
That's good play, and that's going to be Colleen McCarthy catching the ball at third base. Little pop up to third, and that'll get the first out of the inning for Triton in the top of the 4th. What'd you say, 25 innings of what? Scoreless?
Scoreless defense, yep. Yep, they threw 3 shutouts to start the season, the Cape Ann League games. This has been a shutout so far. And then going back to, I think, the third inning of the Ursuline game.
So here's the first pitch to the second batter. What'd she do last time she was up?
Pop up to number 3 to
Carvallis. Pop up to Carvallis.
So 2 pop-ups in a row, and now we see if this batter can do anything different. Just going to foul that one off. And again, Quigley has her in a good spot. Quigley being efficient, Triton's defense being efficient. 19-0 game now. Here's the pitch. That's a little bit outside. Not by much.
This is where you'll see Catherine nibble around at the corners a little bit.
Top of the fourth, 19-0 Triton.
Got a foul tip on that one.
Rockport really struggling to get runners on base, get anything happening offensively. Here's Quigley's pitch, right down the middle. That's going to be a shot, and Pecos is going to make the catch. Nice play. A little foul pop to the catcher, and she pulls it in.
Textbook, toss that mask back, get underneath the ball, and make a clean out.
Well done. That didn't even look like it was hard. I mean, that was like practice, like just the coach throwing the ball up in the air for that one. Well done. 2 down now.
So, Pat, tell me who we've got in the camera down there on by first base.
I do not know. You tell me.
Is that Jonathan Riley?
Could be.
I think it is. Senior here at Triton.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've failed in getting the names of all the crew today, unfortunately. It's a little weird, honestly, being on top of the van. I don't have the same sort of immediate feel of who's all around us. We have a very strange view. But so we got Jonathan Riley, you said, working a camera.
Jonathan Riley, and he's a senior, looking forward to his graduation. And he's quite the little filmmaker himself.
Oh, yeah?
He's done some films for some short films for Viking TV, I think.
I'm not sure he's going to get highlights out of this call that we're doing today, but you never know. You never know what might stand out. So 2 outs now, top of the fourth. First 2 batters went down pretty easily. This batter is stepping out of the box as she's swinging at a pitch. What did she do the last time she was up? Feels like this was one of the strikeouts.
That was a 5-3.
It was a 5-3.
Yep.
All right. So we'll see if she puts the ball in play again this time. And she does, and it's going to be, this time it's going to be Sheehan. She's going to throw to first to Mia. Beautiful play. So Colleen and Bridget had to coordinate on that one to who's going to take it. And so the girl goes down 5-3 again for the second time. And we're now to the bottom of the fourth with a 19-0 lead for Triton.
Quick 1-2-3 inning. Quick work there.
Yeah, that was definitely quick work by Triton. And we'll see what happens now. I don't think we're going to see another 12-run inning, but you never know. A couple more home runs would be good. Who do we have coming up? It's got to be towards the bottom of Triton order.
Looks like Darcy McDonough leading off. Looks like Darcy, and then Mia Bardino and Faye Pecos, it looks
nice.
like.
And we got the same pitcher out there for Rockport, I'm going to guess.
No, going back to the starter.
Really? You can do that.
She's on the mound. Let's see.
No, she's handing it off. Okay.
She's handing it off to her. So as long as the pitcher stays defensively in the game, she can come back
She
in.
can come back. No
Yep.
kidding. All right. Huh.
So you can bounce as long as you're still on the field. So you can move your pitcher to second base, say, and then move it back to pitcher after that.
I kind of like that. Gives a lot more flexibility to the coach, to the players too, for that matter. I mean,
If your pitcher can play another defensive position, it means a lot to your team. It absolutely does. Matter of fact, there was a pitcher from Amesbury this year, Alana Delisle, who got the win and the save. That's exactly what happened. She started the game,
crazy.
got the win.
Right.
She moved over. I think she plays first base, and then came back in to finish the game.
to close it out. Wow. All right.
That's a rare accomplishment.
It's so rare, it definitely leads you to wonder why the save is even a stat, but that's all right. We're not going to get into a statistics discussion or any of those sabermetric stuff. We'll leave that for somebody else. And that ball rolls through 2 players. That defense, we'll see what happens this inning. So bottom of the fourth, Triton with a 19-0 lead. This game could be over quickly. This game could go on for another 45 minutes based on the way Triton's been hitting the ball. Who knows?
Well, this is highly likely to be a Triton's last inning at bat.
Yeah.
They won't obviously bat in the bottom of the fifth. That the game will be called at that point as long as the score is more than 12 runs.
Here's the first pitch of this inning, and it's going to be in there for a strike. So Darcy's going to have to swing away because everything pitching near the plate is going to be a strike from this pitcher. That one's a bit high, though. 1-1 now on Darcy.
Darcy's a hard-working kid. She was actually doing some hitting yesterday on Sunday with local hitting coach, Coach Betancourt, who does a fantastic job with some of the baseball hitters and softball hitters.
He's a Raleigh guy, right?
No, I don't know where he's originally from, but his daughter coaches Endicott.
Oh, nice.
I think he's doing lessons up in Methuen right now, but fantastic coach.
Darcy puts the bat on the ball, but it's going to be to the second baseman. A little pop out to second. Stays in the infield, and that's one away for Triton. And so who's up to bat now? That is not Mia Barandino.
This looks like Kelly Sharkey.
Kelly
Sharkey. Substitute.
She sees her first pitch, takes a look at it, and it's a strike. Triton with a comfortable lead. Just trying to get something to happen here. And our stats guy's running away from this game. I think he's afraid. He's lost track of the score as well. He's got to take a break. And that pitch is a little bit high, so we got 1-2 now for, or I'm sorry, 2-1 now on Sharkey.
Kelly Sharkey's a outfielder and plays second base as well. She's one of the girls that can play a couple different positions.
They're going to need a second baseman next year, so that one's going to go off the dugout.
It's going to be some big shoes to fill next year. You've got the Emily Carvallis, Bridget Sheehan, Colleen McCarthy, Carissa Boyle, and Grace McGonigal. 5 seniors they're losing. 3 of which have been all-stars in the past.
Right. So here's the pitch now from Rockport. That's a good swing, but it's a miss. That's a second strike on her. I believe it's a 2-2 count now with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
This pitcher's actually settling in here. She's not doing too bad this inning.
She is, yeah. We haven't seen as many high pitches or as many on the ground as we saw before, and that's a great pitch, and that's an out.
Rung her up.
Yep. So that's the second strikeout looking for this pitcher since she came into this game.
Back to Faye Pecos here now.
So 2 outs now, bottom of the 4th. For Triton. Pecos, I don't recall what she did, but I know she's been on base a lot because her sister's been trying to drive her in.
She walked her last 2 at-bats.
So good eye, she takes ball 1 on that one. You said she's got power, though. She can hit one out?
She does. She hit one out against, I believe it was Ursuline. She put one out.
Yeah, she takes one a little bit low, a little bit inside, but like we've been saying, that strike zone's a little wider now. Though now the wind has died down, the sun's out. It's actually gorgeous. Let's play 2. Oh, and she's going to get her bat on that one, but it's going to be out to right field, shallow right field, just really inside the infield. It's going to be caught by the right fielder, and that's going to be 3 up and 3 down for Triton as we get through 4, and we're looking at just 3 more outs, and this game's going to be over because it's 19-0. Triton and Rockport has not put a girl past second base. Actually, I don't think beyond first base this entire game. So we'll see who comes out in the outfield for Triton. Probably going to be the same infield. I imagine they don't make a lot of changes there, even in a game like this, right?
No. Like I said, every game counts in the Cape Ann League. Got to make certain you nail those W's down. So there's not a lot of balls that go out to the outfield when Catherine's pitching, maybe 2 or 3 a game. But this infield is just so solid, you don't want to mess with it.
So Reiniger in center. I'm not sure who it is in left. And Darcy again back in right field.
Carissa Boyle in left.
Carissa Boyle. There we go. The infield having a little gathering and a chat while we wait for Pecos, who was the last batter up, to get herself back in her gear, get back behind the plate.
So we've got their number 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Kylie Schrock, who struck out her last at-bat, her only at-bat.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot. I mean, they may not get twice of the order at this point, right?
You know, if they go through a cleaning, and the number 9 hitter will only get one at-bat this game.
That's good defense. It's good pitching. Good work by Triton.
The Triton has had 2 more than the minimum number of base runners. One got a single, and one was on with an error. That's
right.
it.
So let's see what happens here. Top of the 5th, 19-0 for Triton.
Matter of fact, these next 3 batters were all strikeouts in their first at-bats against Catherine.
A chance to ring up 3 more, and this game will be over in the books real fast. And again, at times, it felt like this game was moving so slow. And then at other times, it was just sort of constant action on the base paths. And now we're right here, a chance for just 3 more outs, and this thing's over already. It's crazy. Here comes Quigley with the first pitch. That's going to be fouled back for a strike. Does it get hard to stay focused when it's 19-0?
You know, this team is pretty disciplined when it comes to focus and making certain they always know where the play is going to be and what the situation is. That comes down to not just a lot of experience, but also some fantastic coaching.
So a bit high, 1-1 now on this batter. Eric, she struck out the last time she was up? Yeah. Struck out swing. She takes another ball, another good cut, and another foul. She'll be down 1 ball and 2 strikes.
All right, so not to look too far ahead, but we got Manchester, Essex on Wednesday.
All right.
We've got Masconomet on Thursday, and then Newburyport on Friday.
Oh, fantastic. Newburyport. Good rivalry game. Well, I don't know. Is it? I mean, I know it is for Triton, but is it for the softball teams?
Well, you know, last year, Newburyport got shellacked the first game. I think it was 17-1.
There's a hit right back to the pitcher. Quigley's going to throw to me at first. 1 away.
The first game last year, I think it was 17-1, and the second game was something like at 9-7. They all of a sudden came up with a very close game, or 8-6 or something like that. It was a two-run game. But this year, Newburyport's having a tough go of it. I think they've only got 1 win against 4 losses.
But hopefully we're here on Friday, weather permitting. We'll call that game as well. Here's the pitch from Quigley. That's a bit high. Fast, though. Seems like she's picked up some speed. Almost like she wants to get these batters out, give her arm a rest.
No, she does that. She usually picks up her speed 3rd inning or so.
So this batter also struck out swinging her first time up, and she takes a strike there.
It was a nice little changeup, inside changeup.
So 1-1 now with 1 out. Nobody on. Triton 2 outs away from another big win. And that one's going to be a little blooper, and it's going to be caught. Sheehan, that's at the shortstop position, comes in right in front of second base and scoops one right off of the dirt. Nice little play.
All-star shortstop right there.
She got a good jump on that because that thing looked like it just had just enough air under it to die, and she managed to get over there from playing pretty far deep at shortstop.
Fantastic read off the bat. Yep.
So 2 down now, 1 out away. And this girl puts the bat on the ball again. It's going to be an easy play at first to Mia, and that's going to be it. That's going to wrap up this game. Just like that. 1-2-3 to end the 5th inning with a 19-0 win for Triton.
So, Pat, I've got to say, the 2 games that you've covered, it's been 40-0 combined. 2 games. So
as far as we know.
Viking TV's got to keep coming back to all these games.
Absolutely. Well, it's fantastic. It is really, it's exciting because the girls are playing such good fundamental softball. And what we saw today, especially in the first couple of innings, was the way that they hustled around the base paths, the way that they were smart running against their own hits, the way that they moved, and then just great defense. We saw 1 error, but I mean that's been it in this entire game for Triton. So it was really well done, and so they got momentum now, right? After a 5-day rest, they go into a 4-game week. They got Emily Carvallis again with a home run. Quigley again with a shutout. So they look good going into this, right?
And solid defense, great offense. Yeah, they're back to clicking on all cylinders. No question. This is the way you want to go into the next 3 games to have a fantastic week.
So Manchester, Essex, strong team, weak team. Where are they in the order?
Middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack. You said Masco?
Masco's had a tough year so far, and Newburyport's had a tough year as well. So hopefully this will be a 4-win week as long as we can get the games and weather permitting.
Yeah, weather permitting, we'll be back here on Friday. We'll cover that game as well. We'll get to see Newburyport. I like a good rivalry game against Newburyport, even if the Newburyport team doesn't really show up. We're still going to be here. We're still going to cover it. Thank you very much, John. This was a lot of fun. Eric, as always, thank you for keeping these stats for us. Lot of writing for you today, but it was good. And thank you to the VTV crew. Glad we got out here again today, and they wrapped this game up in an hour and 20 minutes. Was it really that?
They make short work of it, don't they?
Yes, they do. Fantastic. Great win for the Vikings, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.